Lucian accent or Lucian accent.
Are you kidding me?
Much time in chopping the whole best out of this slide. The flavor is there. The flavor is there. The flavor is there. Hey guys, welcome and finally back to another episode of Lucian Accent or Lucian Accent. I know it's been a while, but today I finally came back for you guys. Okay, so today we're going to do some bouillon, okay, or bouillon, okay, bouillon. Anyway, so today I'm the only one who's recording. No one is here to help me, so I'm going to use my GoPro for a lot of help. So first we're going to show you which ingredients we're going to use today. Continue going around. What I'm gonna do first. And the thing is, the pan I have, the base is very thin. I wouldn't recommend using those kind of pans because your stuff will get burned very easily. Okay, so in curry. Okay, so we add that. Dice the onions quickly, we're gonna slice them. When I on it, add this in. Then saute it like this. Okay, and we're just gonna add that in. Very nice. So much feeling somewhere like that, just a little bit short. See the pumpkin is starting to cook down a bit. Next we're gonna add in some water. Now you can turn the heat up. Now for our potatoes. So I'm gonna peel them very quickly. And then make sure when you're boiling potatoes you add them. Well, for bouillon it doesn't really matter what time you add them in, but usually when you cook potatoes you need to start with cold water. Because if you start with hot, it won't be cooked all the way through. You may think it will be cooked, but it won't. So you use cold water so it cooks from the inside out, instead of using hot water which cooks it from the outside in. You cut them in half. Very nice. Then maybe around this big. You want even cut time. And now that it's boiling, you can see how looking nice, smelling good. Now that it's boiling down, you can add some of those red beans in pre-cooked red beans. Very nice flavor. Okay, you could even use canned red beans. It's all up to you. Okay, whatever you like, you can use lentils, whatever, but I prefer red beans. Adds more body to the bouillon, in my opinion. Our potatoes. And you could also add some more ground provisions, you know, your bread, Dasheen or taro or yellow yam, regular white yam, tanya, all those kind of stuff. Green banana, but you know where I'm located. I don't have access to much of these things, so I'm keeping it simple. Okay, now next up we add some, just a little bit. You don't want too much because it's very hot. Red chili. Okay, so you're gonna do slice it down the middle. Then use the butt of your knife, the back part of this, slide, and it removes all the seeds. So put it together and just. Okay, then we're gonna add this in to our bouillon. Okay, see nice and bubbly. Add that in, a little bit of heat. When everything is almost done, we add our chicken in last. Okay. So now we can add in our carrots. So while this is bubbling, time to work on our dumplings. Okay, I know my Asian friends, you guys will say these are not dumplings, but in the Caribbean we consider these to be dumplings. So for the inside, I'm going to need some herbs. Okay, so you need to season. You need to add some accent to the dish. Okay, so inside the dumplings you need some herbs as well. Okay, so I'm gonna add some basil and coriander to it. Just let that cook down nicely. Okay, and especially when you have herbs, you can just usually you take the small ones, put them inside each other, just roll them and then slice it. Okay, you can just grab them in a bunch and roll them together. Yes, when you're chopping herbs, you need to rock your knife, because if you just sting it, you'll just crush the herb and it won't really cut through if your knife is not sharp. That'll cause a lot of loss of flavor. If your knife is not sharp, it just causes the herbs to oxidize and damage the leaves, and you won't get as much flavor as you need. Okay, so you need to rock and cut through. Okay, same technique. Add that in, and I'd recommend the flour you use for the dumplings to be high gluten flour. The more gluten, the stronger the bonds when you mix it, so the harder your dumplings will be. Okay, then I'm gonna add some salt. You need to add some flavor as well. And just keep an eye on it. Looking good. Looking good. Just lower the heat a little bit. And you can add a little bit of salt. So you can just season little by little along the way. Okay, you see how it bubbles, how it's bubbling. Okay. And now back to our dumplings. So then just mix that up a little bit. And then to that we're gonna add some water. Gonna add some water to the inside. Okay? Little by little. Don't rush it. Add it little by little. Okay, and a nice trick you can do when the dough is starting to stick to your hands. Take a bit of flour, rub it together. Just rub it together, you see everything start falling off. Okay, just get some flour, rub your hands together, everything starts coming off. Kneading everything together. Okay. Let's see. Let's cut it down in the middle. Same thing down the middle again. Depending on what size you want. Remember, this contains flour, so it's a hydrocolloid, which means it will attract the water molecules, which will then entail thicken your sauce. Okay, so maybe around this size is good. Yeah, looking very good. Soon we're gonna add in our chicken. You can take your time, roll it, whatever, but I'm in a race. I'm in a race right now. I'm ready to go. Trick, you can put them together lay them side by side and just you can even cook it. Okay, now we're gonna add in our chicken. Let's check on our bouillon, looking good. Looking good so far. Our pumpkin is starting to break down. Looking very nice. And add our chicken in. Okay. Next up, while that cooks down also, we're gonna add in our dumplings. So it's gonna be nice and thick. Chop up some herbs and our sweet potato leaves. So let's check on this. Oh, let's go look at that. Wow. Smells good. Good cream. Let's add that in. Let that cook. Wow. Ooh, I know some people don't like it, but I love coconut cream in my bouillon. I love coconut cream. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that simmer gently. You don't want to do it boil too much. Okay, because it might cause the cream to split. You know, we just cut this in half, then add it in. Nice. Add that in. Let's do another test, another taste test. Let's see how it tastes.
Feeling the vibes.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. Lovely.